Man, we cannot let this season pass before we acknowledge the fact that this is the WNBA's 25th season.
Yep.
And just like other leagues, you know what I'm saying, they have acknowledged who they consider to be their all-time top 25. We've seen the NBA do this. We've seen
Yep.
the NFL do this. We saw the NBA do it most recently with their all-time 50. Uh, this is going to be 75 years for the NBA this
Right.
next season. So we're anticipating them doing a new list. We saw the NFL just do it with their all-time 100. You know what I'm
Yep.
saying? And that was provocative, got people talking. So the WNBA list has got people talking as well. You know what I'm saying? If you're on Twitter, on Instagram, Facebook, shit like that, people are talking about who are the top 25 WNBA players of all time. So when I saw that, told my brother Tim G. Jacob, who is our resident expert on the WNBA, said, T, what you think about the list, man?
Whoo, man. First of all, I want to give a shout out to the current WNBA landscape. When me and the homies were getting on this show, we were talking about the WNBA as a whole, and I'm doing a plug right now for playoff season. We spoke about the Aces and the Storm, but the landscape has changed. You got teams like the Chicago Sky, the Connecticut Sun, that are saying, "Hold up, don't count them in yes yet. We got something to say about the situation." And I believe the Connecticut Sun right now is the best record in the WNBA. So that just goes to show you that there is talent. And these young ladies, these women are doing what they do because they know they nice. And again, the WNBA has some very beautiful, pretty young women. Beautiful young ladies. But there's just some girls out there that can just flat out ball. You know, some are smart and they take advantage of the social media platform, and I get it. But there's just some young ladies in this league that can just ball. So I'm gonna go through them. I'm gonna go through. We talk about the top 25. Now, I'm lazy in a sense because I didn't just grab the list because I don't want to speak on the list. I want to speak on my list and what I did see. Now, I'm gonna do it a little bit different than when I did the top 20, the top 15 in the NBA. I'm gonna do it a little bit different. I'm gonna go like who are the top five first, and then I'm gonna go who my bottom five. And here's why. Top five in WNBA reactions. Um, Lauren Jackson, Sue Bird, Tamika Catchings, Lisa Leslie, Cheryl Swoops. Those are my top five from 5 to 1. Cheryl Swoops is my all-time great. Cheryl Swoops was a 3 times Defensive Player of the Year, 3-time MVP, won 4 titles. If anybody wants to argue with me on that, talk to your mama first. Make sure she pray for you before you do. Because at the end of the day, Cheryl Swoops is the GOAT in my WNBA stratosphere. Now, I was nice enough to let Lisa Leslie and Tamika Catchings be 2 and 3. I figured those two ladies needed that kind of nod. And here's why. Lisa Leslie was a 3-time MVP. She was a 2-time finals MVP. She was a 2-time defensive player of the year. Tamika Catchings was a 5-time defensive player of the year. 5 times. She locked down anybody, whoever was across from her, she locked them down for 5 times, 5 years. She got 1 title, but again, she's in Indiana. That's not the sexy place to be. Indiana Fever is not somewhere where you just pick up and go, I'm going to go play with the Fever. That's where I need to be. That's where the titles are going to come to me at. No, that ain't how that works. But T. Catch got 1. She got a finals MVP that same year. And she got some gold medals as well. She's the Roy and everything. But those are my top 5. Lauren Jackson, Sue Bird, Storm teammates. Lauren Jackson was a 3-time MVP. She also got a Defensive Player of the Year. She was also a Finals MVP. Sue Bird is Chris Paul, maybe a little more steroids involved when it comes to WNBA. Sue Bird is just a legend. She's just a legend. But I couldn't make her the GOAT. But I feel good about putting Sue Bird in the top 5 because she just did a lot in her career. She was just impactful. She's a great point guard. She's a consummate point guard. She's a point guard, truthfully. But then you get into the rest of the list. So I gave you my bottom 5. Did I give you my bottom 5? Let me give you my bottom 5. Teresa Weatherspoon, Becky Hammond, Dawn Staley, Brittany Griner, Tina Charles, Tisha Penicheiro. Those are my bottom 5. And Teresa Weatherspoon gets respect because she's a founder of what the league is today. That's why I gave Teresa Weatherspoon a look. Teresa Weatherspoon was not a double-digit lady. Becky Hammond, I don't think she ever won a title in the league, but she was a bucket. Dawn Staley never won a title, but she's a gold medalist. She's a GOAT coach. On the college landscape, she's one of the top coaches in the country. So all of that is great. See, a lot of what the WNBA list was, and this just to give context, the WNBA top 25 was like accomplishments on the court and the accomplishments off the court. So it was like, okay, what you did off the court, your community outreach, those kind of things. So the rest of my list in order.
So you just taking into account the ball.
I'm just going on ball because I don't really know about all that other stuff, all that community stuff. All right, so I wanted to do the bottom 5 because the bottom 5 to me are great players. I think Brittany Griner should be much higher, but Brittany has not dominated the league like one Anthony Davis, but that's neither here nor there. We'll we've discussed that.
You really taking a step further than even the W did because you ranking them.
I'm ranking them.
You putting it on something.
I'm putting it on something.
Okay.
All right. So 1 Cheryl Swoops, 2 Lisa Leslie, 3 Tamika Catchings, 4 Sue Bird, 5 Lauren Jackson. That's my 5. So from there on, I give you Sylvia Fowles at 6. Sylvia Fowles gets a nod for me above Maya Moore. And it was hard for me to put her above Maya Moore because
Maya your girl. Maya your girl. So you got to explain this one.
No, how I feel about Maya Moore.
Come on with it.
They were both there together.
Mm-hmm.
Maya was there. I know Maya was the sexier of the two. But all Sylvia Fowles did was win 3 Defensive Players of the Year.
Uh-huh.
She won 2 WNBA titles, 2 Finals MVPs, and she was MVP as well. I know Maya got 4 titles. She was only MVP once as well. And she only was a Finals MVP once. So 2 of them MVPs went to Sylvia. That's why I got Sylvia at 6.
Okay.
Deanna Taurasi.
Come on now. You know, a lot of folks swear Taurasi the GOAT.
Yeah, but you know what, though? Taurasi the GOAT. I can understand why people say Taurasi is the GOAT.
Mm-hmm.
But Taurasi only got 1 MVP.
Okay.
And we talking about somebody that is like appealed or likened to Kobe Bryant.
Okay.
Her name is attached to Kobe in ways.
Mm-hmm.
So I should have gotten more than just 1 MVP from her.
Bean only
her skill
got 1.
set.
Bean
I get
only
it.
got 1.
I get it. But this WNBA and Deanna Taurasi was a purified, show enough bucket, as well as great point guard skill level. Her skill offensively is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
Ridiculous. I think a lot of what's going on with Diana Taurasi has to do with her Olympic career as well. I think that adds into the WNBA list that she's up there, she's elevated.
Mm-hmm.
She is the all-time leading scorer, I believe, in the WNBA, and that's great. But I just can't get past the what she could have been and what she did. I think she should have won at least one more. Sue Bird's got 4 titles. Somebody she played with got 4 titles. I think Diana Taurasi should at least have 2, in my opinion.
Mm-hmm.
So I got her at 7. 8 is Maya Moore because she had help. Let's be honest. She did have help. She had Sylvia Fowles. She had Lindsay Whalen. She had Simone Augustus. She had bucket getters. She had point guards.
Simone
She
Augustus
had bigs.
was a bad motherfucker.
Simone Augustus is my Carmelo Anthony. That's what I think. When I think of Simone Augustus, I think of Carmelo Anthony.
Right.
Just a bucket. JAB. Just a bucket.
Okay. JAB. I feel you.
Just a bucket. So Maya was a 4-time WNBA champion, 1-time MVP, 1-time Finals MVP. They like to spread it around a little bit at WNBA, but she's at 8. At 9, Cynthia Cooper.
Now, look, I'm gonna tell you right now, my wife gonna be hot with you for this, T.
And that is why.
That's her goat. That's her. My wife loves some Coop.
Well,
so for the Coop fans, they gonna say, why you got the OG or the OGs down at 9 instead of top 5?
I gave her team a 1.
They wanted Coop. No, okay. So you saying Coop? Swoops was the leader of those teams?
I'm gonna say yeah.
Okay.
She did all the dirty work. She took a lot of pressure off Coop. All Coop had to do was go put the ball in the rim. Swoops got 3 defensive players of the year, and 3 MVPs, and 4 WNBA titles.
Swoop's a bad motherfucker. Swoop, I ain't taking that for Swoop. I'm being devil's advocate. I'm just speaking for those who do not have a microphone in front of their face.
Coop's job was to spray. And I get it. When you're hired to just spray, your life's simple. But Swoops was asked to take on the best player across the floor from her every night and give 20 plus.
Okay. So
I'm just saying.
I'm wondering what Tina in this motherfucker is.
Hold on.
I'm waiting. I'm gonna wait. My bad.
She coming.
Okay.
9 Coop, 10 Candace Parker.
Ooh, Candace.
I got Candace. She's a 2-time MVP. She's Defense Player of the Year. That year, I think she didn't make the WNBA All Defensive Team, which y'all going to explain to me that one. She's got a title. She's got a Finals MVP. But Candace is revolutionary for the game because her skill level at her height is just unmatched. And she's got a Chicago Sky position to like really make some noise in the playoffs. If y'all people out there really watching like y'all should be for real. Mm-hmm. Candace Parker and that team is coming. Don't play with this. They coming. And right now, getting close to winning season, I implore all my brothers, my homie Wales and everything, go tune in. I'm gonna make sure we tune in because this playoffs right here is gonna be different. Mm-hmm. Because again, Aces and Storm was supposed to be the team that ran away with it, but the Sky and the Sun said, "Hold my bill and keep it cold." I got something to say about that. It's gonna be interesting. Mm-hmm. So I got Candace at 10. I got one that went in the hall just the other day. Miss Yolanda Griffith at 11. Mm-hmm. Yo Griff was an MVP. She was a defensive player of the year. She got a Finals MVP. She maximized the Sacramento Monarchs, as I remembered it, were like the Kings when they were fighting against the Lakers. And all Yolanda Griffith and Tisha Penachero did was secure one title, unlike the NBA brethren. Mm-hmm. They secured one title together. And Yo Griff got an MVP. And she's in the hall now.
Mhm.
And I just respect what she did on both ends of the floor. She was a big. She was a great big. Great score, great touch. Just a great game. Just a great overall game. She was a two-way. She was a two-way. So I gotta give Yo Griff at 11. Now 12 is who I like to call Lady KD. I've been a fan of hers long before she got to the league. High school, slam books, and all that. And that's Elena Deladon. Elena Deladon is the only one that I know of in the WNBA to be a 50, 40, 90 lady. She's got a title.
Mhm.
She's a two-time MVP. Only 50, 40, 90 member of the WNBA that I know of.
Mhm.
Bucket. Bouquet. Let's not say, I'm gonna put some respect on it because she plays up there at Washington Mystics, and she's a northeastern lady. Bouquet. I ain't gonna say bucket. She's a bouquet. You feel what I'm saying? Great. Just great. All right. I'm gonna leave it at that.
Right.
13 is Lady Anthony, Simone Augustus. Simone, she's 4-time titleist, 1-time Finals MVP. She got 1 too with the Lynx. But I'm not gonna poo-poo her career. Simone just goes in, just gets buckets. And there's just something to be said about that. When you need people to get buckets, she get buckets. And so, and I'm gonna just give you a segue in this some of this list going forward from Simone down. These are just ladies that get buckets. They just get it in. So I got Simone at 13, Tina Thompson at 14.
Okay.
She's a bucket. Tina Thompson is a bucket. Tina Thompson got 4 titles. I can't remember all 4 with Houston or with 3 with Houston and 1 with LA. I can't remember. But Lady Lips, as I like to call her, because she can't keep that lipstick laid. That lipstick gonna be laid. You understand what I'm saying? When Miss Thompson come out there on that floor, the lipstick gonna be popping.
She did do that.
She gonna keep that lipstick popping. Headband.
But she was hooping.
She was hooping though. She was hooping.
Now see, your godchild. My daughter.
Yeah.
She be feeling some type of way about hoopers. Like she feel like these girls when they go out there, they need to like she don't want none of that shit on them. She don't want all that hair done. She don't want all that makeup. Your godchild want these girls to go out here and just be focused on that hoop.
That's cool. That's cool. I respect that. But
I figured you would.
Tina Thompson is an anomaly.
She's an anomaly. So you gonna have to show your godchild some clips and be like, baby,
ain't no problem.
These girls could go out there, well, no matter how they were styled. Some of these girls just go out there to hoop. They just want to look good doing it.
I got a cousin of mine that used to do a little bit of news work.
Mm-hmm.
And when she put her lipstick on, my grandmother, opposite of her family, my daddy's mama, would say when she saw her on TV in the morning, she would say, baby, that young lady right there knows how to put that makeup on. And when your elders say that means it's perfect.
Now, is this my OG? Is this my OG that go to the casino? My OG?
Yeah, it's her.
It's my
it's
OG.
her. It's her.
I know it's real then.
It's real. It's really real.
Okay, bet that.
So but Tina was a bucket. Tina was a great complimentary player in her early.
Come on, man.
Houston was crazy.
Those teams.
Houston was crazy.
To start the league out.
They won the first 4, America.
They came about this bitch.
They won the first 4.
Dynasty.
Okay.
That shit was crazy.
15, I got Brianna Stewart. And I know people will be like, woo, what? Brianna Stewart.
They're going to be saying you low.
I'm not going to say she low. I think she's perfectly fitted.
I'm just being delicate. It's a lot of folks very high on Brianna right now.
And she is, but you know what, though?
I know she's young, but
she's been blessed, though. You got a great point guard in Sue Bird. You got Jewel Lloyd next to you. Jewel Lloyd is a great basketball player.
True.
Very talented. You got blessings. She's won the MVP. She's a 2-time Finals MVP. She's won 2 championships. She's a Roy. Because when she came to the league, you obviously knew she was gonna win the Roy, as long as she stayed healthy. So that's like pencil that in. They already had etched that plate on the trophy when she got there. They already knew. But now here's one at 16 that I'm gonna throw out there. 16 and 17. I'm gonna put this out there for America.
Okay.
Because I look at list and the WNBA, they switch it up on me. WNBA likes to kind of put little disclaimers on their list. So it depends on like whether she shopped at Walmart 5 or 6 times a year, or whether she was a very great teammate, or whether she did like 40 hours of community service. And I ain't knocking none of that. But I'm just talking about basketball. That's my list. Do y'all remember Deanna Nolan? Tweety is a hooper. Now, I got Tweety at 16.
Did she make their list? I gotta check that.
She made one list. I think she made one list. I'm not sure.
Go ahead, do your thing. I'm gonna check.
Tweety was a hooper. Tweety in them Detroit Shock days when Bill Lambier, who rightfully had to come back to his home city and coach them girls up, them young ladies won 3 WNBA titles. Let's remember who this team was now. This was Katie Smith, Deanna Nolan, Swin Cash, and one Mrs. Ford, who was Karl Malone's daughter. That was the squad. Deanna Nolan was nice. She was nice. You talk about energy, you talk about bounce, you talk about defense, you talk about just all that stuff that you want from somebody that is going to be like a catalyst for your team. The Detroit Shock at one point, they won in 2003, they won in 2006, they won in 2008. They were winning titles. Deanna Nolan was a problem on those teams. Tweety was the one they talked about, had the crazy vertical at her height. She was so great, so energetic, so athletic. But they seemed to want to just put off the list because she didn't have just like this super long WNBA career, because she went over to Russia and played too. Might have been because, hey, the bag was available in Russia, not here in the U.S. But that's neither here nor there. I'll let y'all marinate on that. Katie Smith, same thing. 3 titles, 1 Finals MVP. Katie Smith, water from the 3. Not water. Let me say that real slow. Water from the 3.
I was just trying to find. I don't think they included your girl on here.
They capping.
So that's put on some exclusive. Tim G. J. can bring out some real shit.
Deanna Nolan is true. Katie Smith, 17, 18, 19, and 20. Here we go. Aneka Ogwumike.
I was waiting to see when you got one of them girls on there.
She coming in.
I know you fool with them too now.
Aneka Ogwumike. She got a title. She got an MVP. She was the Roy. She got one because,
but she can't make the U.S. team. So you telling me she could be an all-time? She Isaiah Thomas then?
Exactly.
She
pretty much.
List, but can't make the team.
Pretty much. That's pretty much what you got. Pretty much what you got. Disrespected, wanted for her ability, but hated for her nationality. Because, be honest with you, Taurasi shouldn't. I'd have selected Aneka for Taurasi.
Woo! This past year?
Yeah. I'd have probably selected Ogwumike before Sue Bird. But it was sexy to give them young ladies, them young women, 5 golds. Because that's what the whole bid was. 5 golds. It wasn't the fact that they were worried about who would they bring, who should I bring to go beat these girls. They wasn't worried about that. They really wasn't worried about that. It was about Well, I mean, y'all been here 4. Might as well get your 5th.
Right.
Dawn's the staple, so you gotta go on and keep her around. They do a lot of just keeping there. And 2, that's part of because the women, I think, have a stronger sense of pride in terms of the Olympics. They really want to be there and they really want to represent the country, in my opinion. Aneka Ogwumike is victimized because of who she is, where she's from, and just not being able to be on that team, I think was a total disservice to her. So that's why I can't remember, was she a part of the Africa team? I think she was. I think she was part of Nigeria. But it's disrespectful to her. But on my list, I put some respect on her name because she's 18. 19 to 20 are Cappy Pondex and Tisha Penicheiro. Cappy was a finals MVP. She got 2 titles. Cappy is such an enigma to me, though. Cappy's career could have been much greater. But it was like certain point Cappy just went left. But when she was around, and locked in, Cappy was just balling. She was just balling. And because she's got titles, I had to put her above Tina, not Brittany. I put her above Tina and Brittany, honestly, because of the fact that Brittany, I think, could have been much greater in this league. I think Brittany could have been a top 10 type candidate, but I think she kind of rested on her height and her laurels, and the game just got easy, and I don't think she ever just raised and elevated anything to me. And then the rest of them being Dawn Staley, Becky Hammond, Teresa Weatherspoon, those are just staples of the originals. But Cappy was a bucket. Tisha Penicheiro was a playmaker. Those are the reason why I got them 19 and 20. Tisha Penicheiro was just a true playmaker. She just did it. She just had the vision. She had the ball handling. I think she Lady Kyrie of the league. She had handle.
Okay.
Let me just say it like that. She just Lady Kyrie. She had handles. She could facilitate. She could just do it. Now, no, she wasn't gonna be a 20-piece. That wasn't a game, and that ain't a lot in the women's game. But man, that lady there just had highlights. Her and Jason Williams, they was like, it was ironic because at the time, I guess maybe they followed men's ball and they were looking at, okay, well, Jason Williams is with the Sacramento Kings. We're going to get a Tisha Penicheiro to be on the Sacramento Monarchs. Because Tisha could just give you one of them and that's it. She just serving.
And just so the people know you talking about white chocolate. You ain't talking about the Jay Williams that be on
Yeah, of course.
Right
white chocolate, Weber years and stuff.
So the people know.
Yeah, of course. That's my 25. My smoke with the WNBA is why they poo-poo Deanna Nolan. Deanna Nolan, they think they put Angel McCoughtry on the list. And I'm cool with that because their criteria was off the court, on the court type things. But man, you cannot forget that Deanna Nolan has won 3 WNBA titles. 3. And she has been like one of the most important people in terms of a championship run that you could ever want. You ever will want that. Deanna Nolan I'm trying to think of somebody with that kind of bounce, that kind of athleticism, that you just like awestruck. She just was that. She just for real. And she just sprayed you down. So, but I mean, again, shout out to WNBA. I implore all you people out here who want to find some ball before the season starts, the NBA season starts, to just watch WNBA this year. There are gonna be some really good games. The Aces, the Storm, the Sky, the Sun, those teams are in the mix to win the title. A lot of people want to see Candace Park and what she would do with the team she moved to, coming back home to Chicago and playing for the Sky. A lot of people want to see the Aces completed because they got Asia Wilson, the reigning MVP, They got Erica Cambridge, who, you know, she's sophisticated lady. I ain't gonna say nothing else. You know what I'm talking about. She get out there, she get in her bag on the modeling end, but that's neither here nor there. The Connecticut Sun, Jonquel Jones, DeWanna Bonner, they like the best defense. They have the best defense in the WNBA. And they actually decided that, hey, we're going to get in our bag right now. Y'all come deal with us. And then you got the Seattle Storm, Sue Bird, Brianna Stewart's out for the regular season. They're saying she probably will be back for the playoffs, but it's going to be interesting to see how they move going forward with Sue Bird, Jewel Lord. That's going to be interesting to see what that looks like. If Brianna Stewart has to have extended time out. Mm-hmm. But women's ball is just great. There's heart involved. There's just skill involved. And I implore all you people out there to go watch it. I know I'm looking forward. I'm just waiting to see when this thing gets started because I'm going to be tuned in. And again, I'm not wavering from the Aces. Shout out to the homie JoJo. I know he picked the Storm, but I got the Aces. And that's just what it is.
Well, there it is, America. My brother Tim G. Jacob not only gave y'all his reaction to the WNBA's list, he gave y'all his own motherfucking list and ranked that bitch. You understand? So y'all tell us, y'all chime in and tell us what y'all think about the WNBA's list and what you think about my brother's list. Put it on something. My kids wanted me to tell y'all to make sure you subscribe to my YouTube channel, follow me across all social media platforms, like the videos, and share them. Did I forget anything?
And turn on the post notifications.
Y'all heard them. And also, visit StatementTees, LLC.com and shop with us. That's Statement Tees. Every t-shirt you wear
makes a statement.